number. And I'd love for you to do that, to vote every Sunday 6 p.m. It shuts down every Friday at midday to allow for vote counting. And that does it for the Gospel Grace Top 20 Countdown right here on Star FM, sounding good all the time, together with Capitalk 100.4 FM, Harare's Heartbeat. And we're just about to say hello to Janet. So stand by for that. And it's going to say, "Bo, last week then I might say, takabata bodo together. Who's got 15 minutes up here, but I'll be right back straight after this."
The last hour of the Gospel Greats was brought to you by Steelmate Investments. Steelmate Investments, your friend in steel.
This is how we do it.
Enhancing the sound of your radio. Star FM, sounding good all the time.
Looking for something with good quality and high configuration at an affordable price? Meet the new itel P65, the first ever affordable phone from itel with a super big battery life with a massive 5000 mAh battery plus 2400 mAh per hour backup charging case that lasts up to 2 days without charging, 128 gig memory, and a 6.7-inch punch hole display. Get yours today at your nearest itel home store nationwide. Enjoy better life with itel. itel P65, more power, more fun.
One Robot 2024 Reloaded is happening at the Harvest House Annual Global Conference. 13 December is the date to save at the new Harvest House International Conference Center. A night of worship and praise with Janet Manyowa, Harvest Music Choir, Lebo Sekhobela, Everton Mlalasi, Minister Mahendere, Kaya Tetwa, Lorraine Mablanca, and Joyful Praise. Tickets available at Harvest House Churches, King Pharmacies, or visit www.ticketbox.co.zw. It's going down! One More 2024 Reloaded. Ungasaleli.
Ungasaleli means usasarireka, I think. So and we've started keeping tabs and up to date with what's happening in the Manoa camp as we welcome you to the Gospel Grace Drive-Through, a concept we came up with, mid-year, just to say we need to remain current. So let them drive through to Nonge, say, and we get up close and personal with them. Our gospel musicians are prominent personalities in Zimbabwe. We aim to keep up to date with their contributions, particularly to the country's gospel music industry and beyond. We also aim to have fun with them. I don't know if it's going to be fun for them, but it's proving to not be fun for them. But it's fun with us, in the quiz where we get to know them better. And driving through this week is multi-award-winning gospel artist Janet Manyowa, who began her musical journey in 2014 by recording her first single, Amazing God, with Dr. Comfort Manyame. She's now well known for her hit songs like Ndomira Pamuri, Zadzisa, Ndimi, and many others. And she has made a huge impact and a name for herself on the country's gospel music landscape. Please help me welcome Janet.
Yay! Thank you.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Really say.
Tiri right. Good to be here. Chakanaka kuwapano.
Hey,
Thank you.
It's nice to be here. I say mabasa.
Mabasa tinao tinotenda Jehovha ari kutigonesa. Yeah. Nemhuri dzichikura. Zvese zvanzi tachitaura zvemagenerations nhasi kuzi tine mageneration inonzi aiwa isusu tisi mamillennium
Gen Z.
Gen Z and then the ones after Gen Alpha.
Really?
Yeah.
There are others after.
Yeah, they're after 2016
Oh
Gen Alpha.
Goodness.
So that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've got those apparently. So
Yes.
yes. What do I?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
No, you do.
Actually, two.
Yeah.
Of those. But look, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Maybe because we've had you for quite a bit. I think about 3 or 4 interviews we've had with you. So we can't go back to who is Janet Manyowa. Do you know what I mean? That won't make sense. But we can start somewhere.
Yes.
You're 10 years old in the industry this year.
Mm-hmm.
And we are super proud of the journey that you've carved and how far you've come.
Yes.
Looking back to 2014, in this very moment,
Yeah.
what emotions are you filled with?
Gratitude mainly. Gratitude, just feeling grateful. You start a journey, and when you started, you don't know where it's taking you. But His grace is sufficient, and I'm just grateful for managing 10 years, I think Zaugtweta 11 because it was beginning of the year. January is when we really said 10 years. So Zaugtweta 11.
Wow. Great. And you're just filled with gratitude.
Yes. It's just feelings of gratitude. It's such a surreal, I don't know, feeling.
In 2014, of January of 2014, like you said, when you were sitting down to say, okay, let's begin, let's release, did you see something like this happening?
No.
You know, when people say to you, where do you see yourself in 5
Yeah,
years?
exactly.
Was this what you were seeing?
But I wasn't seeing... or maybe you have desire, but you don't know how it will pan out. And I think I didn't see, even as the year began, I didn't see that it's going to be, like they said, the end of the year. So, yeah, it's just one step at a time, day by day, and just depending on the Lord for the next step.
I love that.
Yeah.
What has been the highlight of your musical journey so far? I know there are so many of them. But when you look back, what is that one thing that you say, oh, wow, that? And also just the lessons really you've learnt along the way. Because obviously it's not been a smooth ride. Maybe it has. What are some of the lessons you've learnt?
The first part of the question was... okay, let's just go.
The first part of the question was, what's been the highlight?
What's been the highlight? The highlight... there are too many things that I would mention. Just doing the 5 albums that we've done, they've come with launches. We've had events, concerts. Anots is a major highlight.
Okay.
And my awards were here and there, and serving in the churches and meeting people is one of my major highlights. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
And some of the lessons that you say when you look back to 2014, these are some of the things I learned.
Oh, yeah, the rise and fall is in the detail. That's what I've learned. So a small thing that you may take for granted in planning can have huge catastrophic repercussions. So I think the detail.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot about paying attention to detail.
And I think you do that quite a lot. And I like how you're ushering me into my next questions. Totally love it. You're listening into the Gospel Grace Drive-Thru. And it's happening on Star FM, sounding good all the time. Together with Capital 100.4 FM, Harare's Heartbeat. We are live on Star FM. We're also live on Capital 100.4 FM. Yvonne Tivatye official is also live. Do feel free to go and check out Janet Manyowa, the lovely Jenny, is in studio and she's driving through, really. We're going to get into a game. This first segment is called the catch up, just to catch up with what's been happening. And we feel like we're really, really catching up because with Janet, we last spoke to her a long time ago, man. For my ultimate gospel 10 pie. So some have described you as one of the most organized or yes, I've read articles like that, and well-managed brands in the country. Take us through some of the processes involved. You spoke about detail. Say when you're writing a song, about to release it, or when you're planning an event and about to announce it, what work is put into that?
So for my team, we have an annual strategy where we plan the whole year. So when things happen in January, we planned them last January.
Really?
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
You have an actual strategic meeting?
Yes.
Where you plan things?
Maybe because of the background that we have. Yeah, so we actually plan. There is, I think there's, if you fail to plan to fail. Yeah. So if we don't plan, I'm all about planning. We might then fail to execute it exactly, but the good thing is we had a plan of how we're singing, and then we'll tweak it along the way. But the majority of the major things that we will have done should be planned 12 to 6 months before they happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, so you've got a team around you that does that with you. And you're deliberate about, let's say it's a song that you're about to release. What is the process that goes through? Obviously, you're the one who writes the song, or maybe manager does that or something. And when you're just about to say, Somlanda we're just about to record it, what are the processes that happen
The songs, the target is maybe if we're releasing a 5-track, we should have 15 songs that we are choosing from.
Really?
Yeah, we're not just saying Ndoiribo, like.
Serious?
Yeah.
You guys work. So you've got 15 songs and you want to just
And then
choose
you
5.
choose 5, yes. And I know some people outside our borders, the more popular names, choose one song from 100 and things like that.
Yeah.
So it then leaves you with, because I believe the greatest songs that we have are well-written songs. So it's not just about the groove, the vibe, the everything. So we really believe in looking for good songs from good songwriters, and we then say we're not just recording the song because it was written by Janet. Yeah.
I like that. I like that because it speaks to the question that I just asked you, where people then pass comments like, hey, Jinagarongeka, they do it. So that process, to just sort of answer to that and have people realize that's what happens in the background is very important for us to know. And speaking about processes and planning and getting songs from others and singing them, you seem to carefully think through your collaborations. When we look at the collaborations you've had so far, from the Ntogozos,
I haven't sung with Ntogozos.
Yes, those ones, they are one, are they not?
Yeah.
They are
Yes,
like-
okay, so I've sung with Ntokozo in that case.
Yeah, technical. There's a technicality. Anyway, and you've also done songs with Shingi Sai, Sumuma, Tembala. I mean, most recently with Everton Lalas,
yes.
How do you arrive, Janet, at a decision to say, yes, this one I can collaborate with? Who qualifies to collaborate with you?
Wow. All the collaborations that you have spoken about, 90% of them are relationship based. Yeah.
You did another one with Take Show, I think.
Yes.
Eh.
So we didn't meet yesterday and then saying tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with Everton. We'd known him in the industry. We meet, we chat. You hear people's heart where they're going to. So for me, collaboration is relationship based because there's a certain message I want to carry, and I don't want it diluted by anything. And I don't want you to then, if where I can, I can't predict what happens tomorrow. But where I can, I want to be able to stand for your message as well.
Get you. By collaboration.
By collaboration.
Hear you.
Because ukazobuda mangwana wautora zvimwe zvinhu ndisingakwanise kumiririra. Yeah, problem yangu.
I get that. And look, I like that you're 10 years on and there are mini Janets or other people that are looking at you now and are coming into the industry and have those questions to say how would I arrive at a collaboration? Yeah. You speak about relationships and fostering them in the industry. Yeah. How best have you done that with your relationships? What sort of criteria do you have when you're fostering and forging relationships in the industry?
I think relationships are a hard thing to maintain. Generally, let's look at marriage. Let's look at siblings. Yeah. My family WhatsApp groups.
Family WhatsApp group.
My school. Yeah. Relationships are hard, but there's a lot of work and intentionality that comes with it. So it's easy to catch offense. I think as far as song yangu yakaita number 2 kuGospel.
Which item number 2 actually? So bloody. Okay, so this is the actual example. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yeah. So you have to make an effort sometimes to clarify things, to speak to people, to understand. There are a lot of people who
Listen, that's the truth. In
but
actual fact,
when
think
you
I'm
meet
scary.
but when you meet her, you're like,
English is sweet.
English is
with me, especially Janet, I can be very menacing because I'm big bodied.
So it looks like,
and then
and then you then have other people who are more extroverted like myself. So you would really think what is you know?
Yeah.
But
When you get to speak to someone, then you realize, okay, so intentionality and clarifying things.
in clarifying things, Yvonne, Papa. It's a hard thing. That's why I'm saying it's hard to make those relationships. But if we are to progress, we need to talk about things and to try and reach out to each other, so that we can foster good relationships. It's not just with artists; it's with every stakeholder. It's with the people who listen to your music, who love your music, when they criticize, when they love, when they. It's a hard thing, but it needs to be done.
I love that. And thank you so much for bringing that up. Very important, especially to young and upcoming artists, you know, when you're forging relationships and finding your feet in the industry. I see a whole lot of messages that are coming for you, Janet, 10 years later.
Wow.
My fire emojis, my heart emojis. I love that. You are one of the most impactful artists of our time.
Wow.
Janet, so much love. Somebody who's called Danilo, who is in Kariba. Her music is amazing. Thank you, Sis YV, for hosting my favorite. Yes, Janet. You know, there's things like that are coming. Brian Chakanaka also says welcome.
Thank you.
And yeah,
Thank
I
you.
love worshiping with you. Most times, kana uchi lead a worship to celebrate. Do you lead worship at church?
Yes, I do.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's nice. So you've managed to balance that out, because now you are more of an artist than a worship leader.
Yeah, but everybody needs a home church. I'm a Christian before I'm an artist. So I need
Get
to-
that. I like
need to
that.
go to church.
It's new information really to me, and I like that. So speaking of collaborations and partnerships, which we spoke about, especially panya yatabva kutaura manje we recently saw, you know, that Baba Harare declared his transformation, and we saw him at your listening session. Yes, Somlanda, which I was there by the way.
Yes, you were. Thank you.
Just, you know, putting it out there. Then I was, we've also seen other artists stand by him.
Yes.
And some have given different accounts of what they went through. I remember in how difficult or easy it was for them to accept him or to open their hearts. I spoke to Take Show. We went to the UK together just recently, and he was telling me about how he traveled in prayer for days. I said, I spoke to Minister Michael Mind the other day when he was saying, I'm just now but involved.
Yes.
What was it like for you? How are these movements in the gospel music industry? You know, how are you seeing them?
I think we are cultivating the relationships, and like I was saying, talking to people, understanding where they're coming from really helps us to know who to associate with and all that, because you can't just make judgments from afar. So I think for him, we are cultivating a relationship. He invited me to his launch, but unfortunately, that's when we were in the UK, I think. And we invited him at the launch, like you said. So it's a relationship. I love working with anybody who has got the same message that I want to present. So we are definitely happy. Iro Bible wrote kuti one rikarasika mwara amaridza omema mwara anotosiya 99 kunotsvaga one. And so it comes with so much joy and so much acceptance, I think. Whatever reasons, I'm so grateful to have him as part of the gospel artist. So he was just like, "Hey, gospel, woman got right. Welcome."
Hans Domer one day, you know, you said where you're sitting, and I always share the story with whoever wants to listen. And we were launching the Gospel Grace drive-through, and then my boss, Steve Vickers, shout out boss, he said to me, "Why don't you begin with Baba Harare, for instance?" And I said, "Boss." And then we invited him, and he came. So I had seen him in other circles, but when he sat there was something about his countenance that I could see and say, you know. But I've also had other people kind of struggle with the transformation, and hearing it from you that it was not very difficult.
No.
What would you say to somebody who's still in the valley of saying, I think because my Christian is a bit protective, you know? And I think rightfully so. bhaibheri rinototaurira futi kuti nzveraika mweya yacho yese.
Exactly. That's true.
Saka pane ka-fine line karipo, I think, pakunzvera apa nepakuzoaccepta nepakuzojaja.
Yeah, pa judging apazi pedu ipapo. Isusu tinofanira ku I believe in looking at things at the face of things. There might be, in our prayer closet, we then get revelations and that whatever. But take things at face value. We have a new Christian who's come to join us, a new musician who's singing gospel music. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So for me, andinyanyo nonge pane dambudziko stereki papo pakuti it's a new convert or whatever. No.
We also had Mighty T in studio last week, and I like that you mentioned that, because as you have grown and 10 years in the industry, you've become an authority. You've become a voice. You shape opinion. I hope you knew that.
I know now.
With Janet akadaro pa drive akatotaura kuti guys, you know, and having for me the most profound thing you said is, let's look at it from that aspect of pane apones pane atende tisati tamboenda kuva ndewe kupe ndakabva
akaimboita chii kana tairidza chii. No. I think that I wanted to say something. I think that it just skipped my mind because we were talking too much. But
yeah, we are. But
yeah, we celebrate and we are grateful for. Well, when we were talking about kuGospel, you know, it's selling the gospel. I'll say selling because we are trying to convince you, if you're not a believer, to believe in God. It's not easy. It's easier to sell other things.
Okay.
So selling the gospel is not a difficult thing. And I believe we are all there to support his journey, to make sure that he doesn't feel isolated at all. But selling the gospel, singing gospel music, packaging gospel music is a mammoth task.
Yeah. I like that he's got people like you in his corner, and you know, we're looking out for one another. And Janet is a work of art. Highly organized. Yeah, guys, the messages that are coming. Yeah. And pane mamwe questions andichazovhunza zvangu as we go, since we are catching up. But look, thank you so much for clarifying that. And since we're catching up really with you, whom we've, you know, sat with for quite a bit, we saw you at Anots 2024. We is collective of the listeners. I was not there.
Okay.
I was on national duty.
Yes.
Which I've been on lately, man. But you had a guitar on stage. And it was it was a beautiful sight. I saw it on social media. I saw people commenting on it. Let us begin to unpack this. Janet, had you always played an instrument? Is this a new passion?
No, guitar, no. So as you grow, I think every artist or every business, everything has got a cycle. So you have got cycles of getting on your feet, trying to see your genre, trying to see what you are strong at. And I think for me, from 11 years going forward, for me it's growth and just expansion. And playing an instrument, I think it's just something that every musician should be able to do. So I started learning guitar 2023.
Inspired by what? Besides that diplomatic answer you just gave
It
me.
was just, I actually was writing Somlandela and I said, this song would be nice to play guitar. So I had 2 guitars. So I looked for someone to teach me guitar. And I said, no, actually, so I'm a very, I like working with targets.
Okay.
So I said, I'm doing it so that I play at Anot. If I'm not working towards something, I'm not going to do it.
You work with smart goals.
Yes,
They
it
are
has to be measurable. Yes.
Get you.
Yes. So I said, and I'm going to do it at Anot. But I play much better than I did at Anot now.
No, but it was good, I think. Was it not?
No, it was good. I also played on my new album, Yahweh.
Really?
Yeah, I played. But I think even my teacher is proud of me. Like, Shout out to Carlo.
teacher,
Yeah.
man. So your next stop is Wangoba in Bulawayo.
Yes.
Right?
In Zim, yes.
Yes, in Zim.
Next
Yes,
stop
in
is
Zim, actually.
Wangoba, yes.
So we're gonna see you with the guitar.
I don't want to overdo it when I don't feel like doing it. If we have a set that I just show. You get me? It should
Get you.
it should be like, because I feel like the song hasn't got an acoustic sound or it's got this. But so far my set, I don't know whether it will be there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I might not.
Okay, that's fine. Still, we're going to talk about Wangoba. There's so... I see a lot of messages on that, on the guitar, and somebody says, she likes to work with smart girls. We want to know her background. I'm going to come there.
Okay.
We spoke about that briefly. But Wangoba has been well received. It's a successful concept.
Yeah.
Talk to us about this particular Wangoba that we're getting into, the lineup.
Oh, the lineup. So we're having Wangoba on the 13th of December, 2024. It was postponed from June, I think, yeah, for, let's say, for unforeseen circumstances.
Which is fine, which is adequate.
So I'm so excited. We have the artists that we had planned to have in June, except one additional who could now make it on this date. Yeah, so we have Lebo Sekobela, Everton, Lorraine Maplanka, Joyful Praise.
Wow.
Kayam Tetwa, Harvest House Music, who are hosts as well. And we have Minister Mahindere as an addition
I
there.
love that.
Yeah, so 7, right? Yeah, so, and me, Janet, 8. You see, I keep forgetting.
Janet, are you well rested? Are you okay? Manager, you're overworking this lovely asset of ours. We don't know what you are trying.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so what inspired the lineup? For somebody who's listening from Bulawayo, because I know a whole lot of them are listening now.
Yeah. So we do look at a lot of things.
What did you want them to experience when they come to Wangoba this time around?
It also comes to relationship.
When we come.
When-
Why am I excluding myself? When we are at
Exactly. You should be
Me
there.
also pitching on national rates. But
Yeah.
also, yes, so you're saying.
So I was saying we looked at the people that the Bulawayo people love, and then it also has to be people within our reach.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me to speak to Kaya. We did a song together, a minister in JPC and things like that. So and really. We shouldn't leave out just prayer and supplication in this whole process. That we actually think, isangove a mafaro kind of concert performance thing, you know. So I believe everything that we do, God has given us the capacity to make decisions for and to confidently move on.
Yeah.
So that is the lineup of the people coming. Wangoba is all about celebrating victory.
Wow.
We're celebrating victory, the victory of the cross, the victory of the new converts. So maybe you might see by that.
King David, apparent, otherwise
sorry,
known
King.
as
King David.
I too still stumbling on Babara, but so I'll then say otherwise known as.
Otherwise known as, yeah. So I think we'll get used to it as well.
Yeah.
So we, I think that's what you'd ask. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. People just to understand what will be happening at Wangoba and all those other things. I'm just about to talk to you about Anots 2025. But I see this blazing question that keeps coming up about your background. Your background is in finance.
Yes. I'm an accountant.
You used to be a banker.
No, I'm an accountant.
Okay.
Yes.
Crunching numbers.
Crunching
and accounting
numbers.
for those accountants.
Accountants.
Oh my
Get my articles, yeah.
Okay.
So, I think that's the background. That's where kind of planning comes from, because I was an auditor for a while.
Wow.
And attention to detail also comes from there.
Accountability bakayipha.
And my husband and I are both accountants. FYI.
Wee. Yeah. You will need to account for even just the time.
Even just the time. It takes 15
Where
minutes.
have you been? You need to account for that. But okay, so we are building up to a question that I want to ask you now. Did you left your formal employment?
I did.
At this point,
it's been
that
how
is-
many years now? 2021.
So it's been 3 years now.
Yes. I think that's when I left my formal, just after COVID. COVID didn't.
COVID was 2019 to 2020. 2020 was way too
2021. Yes.
Okay. So, what are you up to these days when you're not doing music?
I look back and say, how was I doing this?
Really?
Going to work
8
and
to 5.
doing. I. But I realize as well, I work best under pressure. So if I had another job, I shout out to the accountants.
We've got accountants here. Shout out to Karen.
Shout out to
whom we don't really love. But shout out to you guys. Love you so
the
much.
finance people.
The finance
Yeah, so we. Yeah, I don't know. Managing, I don't know how I was managing before, but right now I concentrate on music. It has enabled me to concentrate more on doing recording, songwriting, time for guitar lessons, and then there's a lot of fitness on my regime.
Really?
Yeah,
What are you? Are you a runner?
I'm a boxer.
Are you serious? But you're so petite. Oh my God, I love
I'm
that.
a boxer, yeah.
Saka, you can not throw a punch. An actual that can knock me out. I'm genuinely asking. You can
No, but I don't think boxing young day kurovana zvekudonha pasi ndeye fitness. Yeah.
Even in my head, I am an actual fitness fanatic. I promise you this. Every year I begin and say, Yvonne, we are doing this. I don't know how many times I've walked into pro fitness and asked around, what do I need to do? But I just can't bring myself
You
to
just
come
need to
in.
do it. Or maybe start by walking. So I love running. I do marathons here and there.
Really?
So run and boxing.
Had you always been like that? From school and from
I was a
your young
long
days?
distance runner at school.
Serious?
Yes.
Kujazura.
Nyamuzuwe. But kwandakazonyanyomanya kunyamzuwe kuSandringham.
Kuchinyazozikana kuti kuna Janet anomanya.
AkuSandringham ndaimanya kuma United Methodist schools sports what. I don't mind.
Line up, it was better Janet.
Hey, and it was petite.
Wow.
Endurance. I couldn't do short. But
so
long distance.
You are like that. You endure. So stay on stage. You don't struggle. You're good.
Yes. Don't need to yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But look, as we wind off the catch up, I know artists like to talk a lot because in the last 10 minutes of the show, we need to get into the game show, which is 10 in 10 questions. Okay. And I know artists like to elongate so that we end up not having the quiz. But as we wind off the catch up, we're catching up with you in 2024. Take us through a typical day in the life of Janet Manyowa. You normally wake up what time and do what?
Hey, so it's wake up, prepare for school and all that for the family.
All for the family.
Yeah, so I do my morning school run. It's a must. Morning school
How many
run.
babies do you have that are going to school?
I got 3.
And all 3 are going to school?
Yes, same school.
That's beautiful.
So I take them in the morning. It's also time to speak to them, bond, and so I like that.
Okay.
Then after that, I then come back and do my morning workout and meditation. I can't do it while I'm rushing for preparation. After that, then on selected days, I actually go to the office and sit down and plan and see what's happening. And then
it's around lunchtime now, I think.
Lunchtime, I go back home. Yeah, in the mornings where I also do my daily Bible reading and all that. In the mornings, afternoon is dedicated to music. It's less administrative, so it's more rehearsals. If we've got something coming up, or just our general weekly rehearsal, and then school run. I don't like afternoon school run.
All right.
So the father does that one.
Yeah, you're quite selective in
Yes,
the
I do
bonding
the most.
processes.
And then, when it's now anno time, like now in Manoa, there are a lot of meetings as well
Yeah.
coming in from 4, 5 o'clock and all that.
Wow.
Then prepare for supper for those who eat.
You prepare supper?
For those who eat, yeah. I don't eat supper. And then I give supper for the family.
Wow. What time do you finish eating?
6.
I have so many questions. In your entire life, you've done that.
I started it, it's been 2 years now.
Janet is
And it helps
you
me.
have discipline, man. You don't eat supper
After 6, no.
at all.
No.
There's something wrong with me, I promise you this. Anyway, I see messages already coming to say thank you for letting us have a sneak peek into Janet's day, you know? And it's things that people really would want to know and to find out about you and all of that. So, now that we've established that and we're just about to wind down and get into 10 in 10, you seem to have quite a lot of travel this year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it something that you sat down and said 2024 is going to be my traveling year? Like I was saying to you offline, I said it peacefully, 2024. Nice.
Nicely.
Zvakanaka,
Pressure zero.
I have not sat down since. It's just every month I'm doing this and that.
Yeah.
How has 2024 been like for you?
I'm grateful for open doors. When we started the year off, we just had plans, but I like being invited because it's less work for me.
You don't like to plan.
I don't like to plan. I've got enough planning. So we've had quite a lot of travel years in the region and outside. And we're just grateful for God who's opening those doors. Some of them really just come abruptly. We thank God.
And you have
that.
to up and leave and do it now.
Yeah.
I love that. So, where are you off to next? What's your diary looking like? This is today is what? Today is October 13th.
Yeah, so we've got the album coming. There's an album coming very soon, and then we are at Hallowed on the 2nd.
Together, yes.
Yes. In Johannesburg. Then on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, I'm in Australia.
Wow.
For a Revive festival.
That's nice.
Then 16th, we're back in the UK.
Wow.
For When Women Worship. 23:30, we will let you know. And then 7, we're in Namibia. And then
Hey, Janet.
13, we're back for Angoba. And we rest, and for a weekend we go for Anots.
Anots. I'm totally loving this for you. And the last question I'm going to ask you in the next 5 minutes that we are in the 5 minutes that we have is Anots 2025. But let me read out some of the messages because isho ya vanhu. Saka tinenge tichida kuti vagone kuita interact with you. She said celebration. She said celebration church, didn't she just? And then somebody says, it's an amazing smile that you have on. So I take it you're also listening on
Watching.
Yeah. Okay, I'll answer this one for you. Hans is Janet married? This I will answer for you.
Very married.
Extremely married to an amazing bodyguard, as my former boss called him. Napster. I love that. And then other people are just saying music. This picture, I captured it. I know it's a beautiful picture of you.
Okay.
There's a lot that I'm seeing right now. And thank you so much for watching, guys, on Facebook. A lot are coming from Facebook with messages, yeah.
Nice.
We are live on Star FM. We're live on Capital. We're live on Yvonne Tivatye Official. It's the Gospel Grace Drive-Through happening right here on Star FM, sounding good all the time. Together with Capital 100.4 FM, Harare's Heartbeat. Anots 2025. It was launched in the most spectacular and colorful. So I said, because I'm a former news anchor. Do you know this?
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I know.
So, from the national broadcaster where I used to work, I was reading Shona News, I think, on Radio Zimbabwe for a bit.
Wow.
And then English on ZTV.
Yeah.
But then when I heard your your technique, I was like, oh, when I was sitting on a news, I must have wrote it on Instagram
You
or something.
did, and I responded. Yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
So talk to me about that concept. It was beautiful. You guys launched it in the most
Thank
colorful
you.
way.
Thank you.
It was so captivating.
Thank
What
you.
was the concept we saw? What was the inspiration? What did you want to do? Something different, yes, but what?
I don't know. I just woke up in the morning and I said, you know what we need to do? We need to sit, isn't it? We need to do our
Whoa,
news,
I love
and then
that.
we say and we say and we say. And the good thing is I'm also an ambassador for our venue. So we had a good time, right? And
You went to the venue.
we went to the venue and we took a green screen. We will post the behind the scenes. It was actually quite fascinating. And I think when I was around grade 4, that was my dream job. I said I was going to read news. So I've ticked.
Serious.
I've ticked, yeah. That I thought that was my dream career.
Listen, you and I are so different. And things like that. But I think we're both extroverted.
Yes.
But I think I've seen another similarity that we share. I always knew that I wanted to read the news.
Really?
So people would just hand me newspapers at school. From primary.
No,
Yvonne Tivatye,
my stories in class.
Ah.
I don't know. I don't know where they
you know what I mean? All levels said books. Well, there were 4 Yvonnes in my stream, so there is what am I saying? You know? And so people tell me in the school group that when you live in your dream,
You
this is what you always wanted to
yeah.
be a news anchor.
Yeah, no, I think it was short-lived for me. I didn't really.
Because you then ended up on the extreme end.
Yeah, so
accounting.
so I would sit on the dressing table and really the news read by Janet Manyowa.
I know Linda Mrido was also like that. She would do that and practice and things like that. But look, moving swiftly along, I saw the likes of Patience Masiambiri.
Yes. Yeah.
You did a good one.
Yeah.
You did me a solid on that one because
nice.
I've just been seeing her growth and how she's really
Yeah.
deliberately
She's
trying to
done
push and break
amazing.
through.
She
Do you know what I mean?
has,
I was actually
yes.
talking to her when in the UK and I said, Urisoja Joseph, and you know, and things like that. And Everton, among others.
Yes.
What inspired? Because it's quite a cocktail.
Yes.
It's
So Anot, just like every other Anot, we do try by all means to have different variety. It's not Anot Kanachingoramba the same people. So yeah, I'm answering your question that I keep getting.
Yeah.
So we try to make things different,
Yeah.
and I think we were just led to the people that we have for Anot this year. We were concentrating on a local based team players.
I love
and we also love having people like Patience there and Neka Woshokake. She shouldn't leave that shaker. She shouldn't leave that shaker for us.
I thought it was a style until she said to me, Daitoris or something. I was like,
I read the can shaker. So yeah, so very excited about Anot and how it has grown over years and how people look forward to Anot. It's actually scary.
To then
But,
expectations and live
to
up to
meet
them and
the
things like that.
expectations exactly. So we thank God. I really thank God for just Anot for me particularly is the time that people come with their gratitude notes. So I wish I could have just kept that wall where people wrote, "Thank you, Lord, for saving my life.
Come on now.
Thank you, Lord, for giving me." You know, even in the toughest situations, people would write very heartfelt messages. They were for God. So we look forward to Anot, and please plan ahead of time to join us on the 1st of January.
I love that,
Yeah,
Janet. And look, time flies.
Yeah.
But we're right on time, man, because
Yeah.
the game show is called 10 in 10.
Okay.
So it's 10 questions in 10 minutes. So I told the manager, I'm not sending you quiz questions.
Yes.
Because it's a quiz.
It has to be probably.
But thank you to all of the people that are watching on Facebook. When I King Shumba, Anzinya Shaningoni for me, always.
Nice.
Domira Pamuri introduced me to Janet Manyowa.
Nice.
That song, This is a Habit, was saying that. Justice Mbengo, Gladys Tapiwa, Heza Mazinga. All of them are just writing your songs. What is it just gets me curious. The journalist that I am. What's that one song that everybody says to you, it's my song? What's that?
They're too different.
They're
You've got Tariro and you're the only one.
am the
Well, you're not the only one. There are a few more who join you.
I do not understand why people do not get that Tariro is the bestest of all time. That's my song.
Yeah.
Tariro is my song.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're getting into our game show now, Janet. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Or maybe should we motivate you by showing you your prize?
Oh, is there a prize? Bring it on.
Whether you do
I
well or
like
not,
targets.
smart goals. You're working towards
something.
Okay. So the first segment in the 10 in 10 is I saw a Rudo Takawero says I also love Tariro. Yvonne, we're twins. I like that. Know Your Music has 3 questions. Then we go to a segment called The World Around You. Do you watch the news? Do you like sports? Documentaries? Like what make you watch things that mining things that what is this? And then there's the Bible trivia. There's none on marathons. You'd have won that one. But anyway, first question is Know Your Music. It's your music.
Okay.
Well, Nyasha Ngoni received an award for Video of the Year. In which year was this, Janet?
Oh my Lord! You should have asked Munya these
will
questions.
count you down immediately.
Nyasha Ngoni,
Let me sing it for you.
2019.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my goodness, man. This is always the fun part, trust me. Which song of yours carries the following lyrics? Simbarenyu maratidza, misi yose nguva dzose.
Murimwari.
When was it released?
2018.
Lovely. One accountant. Oh my goodness. Which album of yours do we find a song that carries these lyrics? Let God arise and his enemies
Grateful,
be
nothing.
Grateful. Love that. You know your music.
Yes,
I like this.
I know it.
Others. Yeah. Begin to say Yvonne. Listen, my album I want it. Anyway, people are helping you on the WhatsApp, on the Facebook.
Oh wow.
With answers.
Nice.
Anyway, The World Around You is the next segment. Right. What has words but cannot speak? 5, 4.
No, but that's not fair. It's like a riddle.
It is.
What is words but cannot speak?
Yeah.
Hearts. My heart is full of words.
I like how you were theatrically trying to woo me. It is a book.
But the book of my heart.
Oh, okay. There's a technicality there. There's a book in your heart.
Half mark.
What?
Okay.
Or rather, where is the strongest human muscle located? A 5. Manager, you're not helping. 4.
The
3.
The strongest what? The heart.
Human muscle.
Aorta.
Janet. It's the jaw.
I would have never gotten even Munya, you don't know.
Everton was sitting right there, looking very blank with the manager also sitting there. And was saying, who would know
but
that?
who would know that the jaw?
Okay, the last one. I promise in The World Around You, this one is the easiest.
Okay.
Courtesy of my assistant producer, Kathleen. What meat, Janet, is used in a shepherd's pie?
Beef means.
I gave you a clue, man. Shepherd's pie.
It was shepherd's pie and it says a potato there.
Lamb.
Oh, lamb, potato and lamb. You should have said yekup because it's
Janet is one of the worst. What it is shepherd pie.
It is shepherd pie. But shepherd pie, nay.
Oh my goodness, I love this. Bible quiz now. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
How many books are in the New Testament?
28.
Each 27 though, but I'll give you that one. That I will give. Listen, I need to give. Who was Abraham's first son? Abraham.
Isaac. Each Ishmael. No, you should have given me time.
Manoa. What? This one is the easiest, Janet. This is me trying to redeem myself from making this quiz very hard for you. What city did God make the walls for?
Jericho.
So Joshua and the Israelites could conquer.
Jericho.
Well done, girl. And this last segment, the last segment of them all, it's the easiest. It's called Remember When?
Okay.
Last year, we had you on this show on a program called My Ultimate Gospel 10. My best concept ever since I started the gospel race. But what was your number one song on that list?
Bow down and worship.
It's sure. Yes, ma'am. I like that. Oh my God, well done, Janet. Well done. Aww. And we have a special prize for you.
Apera.
Hands up. My question. We have two things that you can choose from. We have a fully paid for full body spa at Edma Beauty and Spa out in Pomona, Borodale there.
Okay.
For you. Okay. Or we've got this lovely.
But why do you have to choose?
You've got to choose. And we've got this lovely gift set from RHI Media. It's a corporate gift. It's, you can open it. But my point would be, you'd probably miss a spa, man, don't you?
When I went to the Vine, I got...
Lovely. We are keeping this one.
I want the spa.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Please go to the spa. They've got a beautiful spa.
Thank you so much.
So you will tell me when you're going?
And you've saved Mr. Manoa his money.
She needs to rest.
I do.
So they'll do a whole full body massage for you, and they'll do facials and everything else. Yeah?
Nice.
But thank you so much for coming, Janet. We
you.
totally appreciate you coming. And the final thing is you share a word of encouragement with us and tell us from these 4 songs of yours, Nyashanengoni, Ndimi, Mchengeti, and Zadzisa, the unplugged version, which song is resonating with you in this season when you look
Ndimi.
back? Ah, man.
Ndimi.
You and I both.
Yes.
Lovely. So, word of encouragement, and then we press play on Ndimi.
Word of encouragement. As we get into the last quarter of the year, let's look back and give thanks to God for what He's done for us. I'm encouraged by Daniel 3, where Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were to be put in the fire, and then he said, King, we are not going to get to answer your last question. They actually said, we're not going to answer your last question. And even if God doesn't save us, we will not bow down to you. And I was so encouraged, Kuti, is our faith at this level. Iya yekuti nyangwe Mwari vakasauya zuva ranhasi ndicharamba ndichimunamata chete. May you be encouraged to keep on pressing on to God and to be grateful for all the things that you have seen and those that you haven't seen, because God is in control. If you knew everything, then you'd be God, but you are not, so you need to depend on Him.
I love that. You just reminded me of Doka's when she came for my Ultimate Gospel 10. And she said, Mwari kundirwira kana kusandirwira. Ndicharamba ndichikunamatai. Because tinozomboita conditional dzimwe nguva.
Exactly.
Love you so much.
Thank you,
we
my
see you,
sister.
we appreciate
Thank
you, and we see the work that you're doing.
Amen.
Please be encouraged.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Manager, thank you. And let me thank the listeners as well. Arnold, who was also doing our Facebook Live, and Kathleen for co-producing with me. I'll definitely link up with you same time next week. I leave you in the capable hands of Zanani on Star FM, sounding good all the time. On Capi Talk, Saviors, the secret ingredient is already waiting for you. We'll walk out with this one. Ndimi from Janet Manyowa. Good night. God bless. Take care. Aww.